Everybody having fun? Everybody staying off Facebook today? Everybody's arguing over the State of the Union. It was eventful, I guess. But we're not talking politics. I don't do that on this channel. Or any channel. Because they're all stupid! Alright, anyway. So, I figured I'd post an update. I'm hearing... You know, there's like 3 states that I absolutely hate. It's Florida, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. And I just got sent into Pennsylvania to pick up to go to Florida. No! Terrible! But anyway, I'm up here in Pennsylvania, and the whole week went super smooth. I'm going to talk about my first week with Crete, pretty much. Entire week was super smooth. I'm bragging. Like, I'm always, like, ahead of time, ahead of schedule, because all I got is drop and hook and blah, blah, blah. And then I get to Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania happened. Hey, your trailer's not scheduled to load yet. Even though we knew you were on the way for 2 days. We didn't load your trailer yet. So, now I'm sitting here. Ain't no way I'm getting there at 6 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. So anyway, yeah, I gotta wait a couple hours. I just saw them move a Crete trailer over to the dock, so maybe they're loading it now. I'm really hoping they are, because I'm in York, Pennsylvania, and I've got to make it through Baltimore and DC if I leave. There's also a freaking snowstorm coming, apparently. I saw all the signs coming into Pennsylvania. So, and they don't allow overnight parking here. So this is going to be an interesting day. I figured I'd go ahead and do this video. I thought about doing it last night. Alright, so start off with, I had a couple people ask me about Blue Max, like when I left. Like, what did they say? Did they try to keep me? No. They didn't. When I first said I was going to leave, the first time they took money out of my check, I said, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm leaving. You know, I didn't even give them a chance. I said, no, I'm done. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to stay here for 5 weeks. They took the money anyway. My final check from them was like $500. 28 or 2,900 mile week. And I got a $500 check because they literally took $450 out of it. Something like that. That's nuts. They were going to keep taking my money for another week or so. But that's why I came to Crete. These are Crete pins. All fancy and red. My favorite color. Alright. So, but they did call me. They called me, but I was driving, so I didn't answer it. I don't really talk when I'm driving. So we never talked about what they could do to keep me, because at that point I'd already made my mind up. So that's the answer to that. They probably would have tried to keep me. I know I'm a good driver, but no, I'm not dealing with that. You didn't warn me about that. I'm not okay with you taking the money in the first place. So I'm going to a company that won't do that. Crete. Okay, so now I'm with Crete. I've already talked about orientation. It was pretty smooth. They got me down to Marietta, Georgia to pick up my truck. And that's the truck I'm in. It was a used truck. It had about 145,000 miles on it. At this point, once I get home to pick up my stuff, I think I will have put like 2,000 miles on it in a week. You know, which isn't bad. I mean, they got me a load out of nowhere, and they've been kind of scrambling to get me loads and get me home. I probably would have had more miles if I wouldn't need to go home to get all my stuff. So I don't have a microwave or TV or PS4 or I don't have any of my winter clothes, anything like that. So I've got like a week's worth of clothes and my bedding. That's it. That's all I have, and that costs more money on the road. So I really need to go home and get my stuff. So this load takes me through to Wilmington to pick up my stuff, and then I go down to Jacksonville, Florida, at some point to deliver. So not bad, not bad. Thing is, I'm here in Pennsylvania waiting, and there's a snowstorm coming. I've got like 5 hours on my clock. 5.5. 5 hours and 24 minutes. So hopefully they hurry up, because I gotta drive through Baltimore and DC. And I'm gonna be less than 5 hours. This is some bull crap. It sucks. God, I hate Pennsylvania. So rewind a week. My first load out of Marietta, we had a couple issues with the truck. Nothing major. It was just I think there was like a bolt in one of the tires that I found. So they fixed that. They replaced the tire or fixed the bolt. I'm not sure. They did something else. Can't remember what it was. But it didn't take long. They got it ready in like an hour. By that point, it was the evening, so I didn't really want to go anywhere, so I didn't send a message out. But I was having problems with my PeopleNet, like I said in the last video. I couldn't get signed in. I finally called in the next day to operations, and they got me a profile created and got into PeopleNet and sent them a message and said, hey, I'm ready to go. Now, this was a Sunday. This is where I started to get surprised by how cool and quick they were. So it was a Sunday. I said, I'm ready to go. They had me a load within like an hour. It was a trailer there at Crete, and I could go ahead and pick that up. That was going to be going to Elabel, Georgia, which is near Savannah. So I picked that trailer up that morning, and I went ahead and got on the road, and I drove straight to Elabel because it wasn't far away. I think it was like 300 miles, 250, 300, something like that. And I forgot that it was Sunday on the way there. So I went to the customer, and I tried to deliver, but they were closed. The gate was closed. It was a dead-end street too, so I had to like back out of the street. And I went and parked down south of Savannah at the TA there and got some Fuddruckers. Anyway, the next day I wasn't scheduled till like 1300. But I got a hold of dispatch and said, do I really have to wait till 1300? Can I please go earlier? Because I'm up. It's like 7 a.m. They said, yeah, if you go in earlier, they'll work you in. Cool. So I went. I sat at like an hour and a half or 2 hours, but I was carrying 4 Kawasaki ATVs. Not like small ATVs, but the bigger ones you sit in and ride. I don't know what you call them. But like giant go-karts. I went in and parked that thing. I backed it up to the dock, and they had me unloaded before I even got to the back of the truck to have them sign the bills. That's how fast that was. So, okay, cool. Got that signed. I already knew where I was going. They sent me my pre-plan before I even got to that customer. I knew I was going to a Walmart distribution center a few miles away. So I went there, and I dropped my empty trailer at the Walmart distribution center. They told me what trailer I was picking up, and I picked it up, and I left. I was in and out of there in like 15, 20 minutes. That's the first drop and hook I have ever had in my trucking career. First one. Aside from CR England, but I was training then. But, that's... Drop and hook is amazing. I love it. I want to marry it. It's so good. So great. But yeah, drop and hook at that Walmart distribution center. That was going to another Walmart distribution center in Tennessee. Midway. So I took that up there, and that was also a drop and hook, in and out in like 15, 20 minutes. I think I might have no, I didn't take my break there. Not far from there was my pickup. Now I'm getting my pre-plans a day in advance most of the time so far, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, my pickup was after the Walmart was a few miles away, like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Went there, another drop and hook. And since it was convenient, I went ahead and took my break there. And then that's how I ended up. Where did I drop off at today? York. Here, Pennsylvania. I dropped off here in Pennsylvania. Then they sent me here for my load home and then Florida. And now I'm waiting. This is the first time I've had to wait. So, I mean, I guess it's not bad. This was just a terrible time to have to wait because I had to drive about 4 hours to get to my customer this morning, and there's a winter storm on the way, so I'm trying to get the hell out of here. And I gotta drive through 2 of the worst cities to drive through, back to back. And it'll be a little bit later in the day, so parking's harder to find anyway. So it's just annoying. The good thing is I can back these trailers into tighter spots instead of not spread axle, so I can back into a tighter spot if I have to. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. We'll see what happens. I'm playing it by ear at this point. But also, there was another cool thing that I noticed about Crete, is that it seems like they trust the judgment of their drivers. You know, I'm an experienced driver, so maybe they're giving me a little extra credit. But when I picked up that load from Georgia, I was driving up through South Carolina, and I realized I was going up to pretty much Knoxville area. And I was going to park in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And I really wanted a shower. I hadn't had a shower in like 2 days. So I really wanted to wash my butt. And I wanted to park at a Pilot or a Flying J because that's where I had a shower token at. Spartanburg, I was going to park at the Spartanburg. There's a little like BP gas station I park at because I know I can park there pretty late. And it was full for some reason. I don't know if there was road construction going on, but it was just full. It's never full, ever. It's off of 26. And they're always doing construction there. So I suppose that's what it was. But I knew if I kept going north from Spartanburg, I was going to end up literally in the middle of the mountains at night. I don't really like driving at night. And it was raining. And I don't want to drive in the mountains in the rain at night. Because it's hard to see and people are stupid. So I decided to just go slightly off route. I think I went like 25 miles off route-ish to get to Blacksburg, South Carolina, which is right there next to Charlotte. I knew I could park there pretty late, and I did. Went there and parked. And I told them, I've got only 4 hours on my clock. That's just enough to make it to my receiver. But I'm going to run out of hours when I drop this trailer off. I'm not going to be able to make it to the shipper 40 minutes away because that's further than personal conveyance will let me go. And I got no pushback on that. They sent me a message and said, hey, that's fine. Watch your ETA in the morning. Sweet. You know, I like to run. I want 3,000 miles a week. I love to run, but I won't run if I know I'm going to get stuck somewhere with no hours or in the middle of the mountains or through big cities. Like, I will stop beforehand, you know, as long as I don't have to drive like 400 miles the next morning. So I like that they trusted me to say, hey, you know, I can make it, but I don't want to because it's risky. And they said, okay, that's fine. Right now, we're just kind of playing it by ear. I already said that, haven't I? I'm just ready to get home and get my PS4. Because like right now, sitting for like 3 or 4 hours, I'd be playing Dark Souls. It sucks. Well, I have my tablet, so I'll watch Hulu or Netflix or something. I don't know. I was going to talk about something else. I don't remember what it was. I don't know. So far, it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to get a check tomorrow. We get paid on Thursdays. I honestly don't know if I'm going to get a check tomorrow or if I got to wait till next week. Not that it really matters, because if I get a check tomorrow, it'll either be nothing or really low, because I only had like half a piece of a load last week. No, it was all this week, so I won't even get I won't get a check from Crete tomorrow. I don't think. I highly doubt it. Unless they pay me for what I've driven so far, which would be kind of cool, but I doubt it. Well, I guess that means my next check will be giant. So that's cool. Fine, I'll pay rent, you know. I was getting behind on my rent. You know, we had to wait like an extra week or two on rent, and my phone bill's due coming up. Internet bills due. Like, we were just behind on everything because of Blue Max, because they were taking so much money from me. You know, they're taking like a quarter to a third of my checks. You know, I'm working 70 hours a week, driving 2,500 to 2,800 miles a week, and I can't even pay my phone bill. That's shitty, Blue Max. That's shitty. You know, I haven't talked bad about any company I've been with, even if I didn't like them. But that's shitty. You just take money from your drivers like that and expect them to take care of their families or take care of what they need to back home and pay their bills. Like, you know that's not possible. Not when you're taking a chunk like that. That's crazy. But whatever, that's enough of that. I'm not talking about Blue Max ever again. I'm not recommending Blue Max ever again. So far, I can recommend Crete. They're pretty straight. I think I'm getting paid $15 an hour to sit here. You know, honestly, I didn't even look to see how much the detention pay was. We'll see. I'm trying to see if, once I get this load, I want to see if I can get a 34-hour reset in after I drop it off. Because I hate running recaps. Recaps suck. It's not the math that I hate. It's the fact that I could still take a 10 to 12 hour break one night. 15-hour break. Let's go that far. I'll take a 15-hour break one night. And I can only drive 5 hours the next day. Because that's what I drove 8 days ago. Or 7 days ago. Something like that. That's so dumb to me. I slept. DOT. I slept. I can drive 4 hours. Hate recaps. Recaps are dumb. That's why I want a 34. That way I can just run for 6 days or so, hard as I want. And I don't have to worry about it. You know? So we'll see. I might try to see if I can drop this off and get a recap in Jacksonville. I got a good friend that lives there. I'll go visit. Actually, they'll come visit me. They had to pick me up because I'm in a truck. Unless they let me bobtail for a 34, that'd be sweet. I'll go to the beach. Oh, it's cold. I'm not going to go to the beach. I don't even like the beach. Now I'm just rambling because I don't have anything to talk about. So I'm going to stop. I just want to get out of here. I don't want to be in this snowstorm, if it even hits. And I don't want to drive through Baltimore and freaking D.C. This is a horrible drive. Send me to a desert. Alright, I'm done. That was an update just for this week. Bye.